Well, as you know, once a year, the Contra Costa County Substance Abuse Advisory Board acknowledges individuals and groups that have significantly contributed towards reducing substance abuse in our communities. This year, awards honor the following individuals and groups. Ms. Deborah Wilson, could you please come up? In case some of you haven't heard, Deborah Wilson's a San Pablo resident and convenience store owner willing to give up income from alcohol and cigarette sales. Ms. Wilson and her staff acted on their behalf. We don't want to condone use of any substance that causes addiction by throwing down the drain over $10,000 worth of alcohol and tobacco. And we want to honor Ms. Wilson.
I know we have a lot of Christians in the room today, and the Bible says, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it ever entered into the heart of man what God has in store for us. And when I surrendered my life to God back in June of this year, I told God, I said, God, you've been so faithful and just to me, and everything that I ever wanted in my life, God has always been faithful and just, and he's always given it to me. So I figure as young, and I'll be turning 34 next year, I said, God, I feel like I have a life now that I can live for you, and God, whatever you choose to do with my life, here it is. I presented a living sacrifice, and I told God to do whatever he chooses to do. And when the Lord spoke and said, well, I want you to get rid of the alcohol, you know, I was willing and I was obedient, and I wanted to do it because I believed by faith God was going to do something else, because I believe the God that I serve is just that great. And the $10,000 that we actually literally poured down the drain, the earth is the Lord and the fullest there is, and I believe that God is going to provide and make a way. It seems like now that my sales has gone down, and people at first when the news article had hit, they supported us. But you know, I know that God has a ram in the bush, and something is going to come and take place. I didn't know that West Contra Costa County Times was going to come to the store. I had met May Meredith about 3 months prior to her walking into the store, and she told me that she no longer works in the Pittsburgh office. She works here in Richmond, and she was just coming in to let me know that if I heard of anything, here's a card to give her a call. And while she was there, she looked around and she realized we no longer had any alcohol or cigarettes. And I told her about the story and what had happened, and that's when she said, well, I'm going to go and talk to my editors. So I said, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it once entered into the heart of man what God has in store. I never knew that I was going to be standing in front of you getting a reward, but I believe that this award is from you, but I also believe that my Father, which is in heaven, is giving me this award today. But I appreciate it, and I thank you all, and I just say that whatever it is that God has, God is speaking to you in your heart to get rid of. God is soon to come, and God is saying that we have to be ready. Thank you.
I would like to thank all of the people who were recognized and awarded, as well as the staff. It's important work that you do. It's important for our communities. For the woman with the retail store, I'm sorry, I don't know your name offhand, but I think corporate America could take a couple of lessons from you. I appreciate your acts. Thank you.
Okay.